Okay, here are your instructions for how to write a case brief and what is all included. First of all, you need the title, and that should be the easiest part. I've already given it to you in the assignment. Notice my tabs: Engel versus Vitale, Engel versus Vitale, Engel versus Vitale. That is the title of the case. Next is the procedure. Who is Engel? Who is Vitale? Are they students? Are they teachers? Are they school board members? Are they parents? Who are they? When and where did the original dispute take place? What state? What year? And then trace the course of the case. Where did it go and what were the decisions before it got to the Supreme Court? This can be a little bit hard to find. Oftentimes, I think it's actually most often referred to as you're reading the actual opinion. The justices will refer back to the other cases. So on that last one, don't get too stuck. Maybe wait until you've read through the opinion and fill that part in. Next, facts of the case. What are the actions that are in question? What are the actions that supposedly violated the Constitution? And very helpful on the OIA.org site, facts of the case. That is very helpful. You can even use Wikipedia. They'll have some background information that you can use. And then within the opinion itself, which I'll show you how to get to in just a minute, there's a syllabus that gives a little bit of background. So that should be pretty easy to find out what exactly are those actions in question. Next are the issues, worth just 1 point. What they should include: it should be a yes or no question, and it should cover the part of the Constitution that is in question. So in Brown versus Board of Education, the case that overturned segregation, it was, does the exclusion of students from a public school solely on the basis of race amount to denial of equal protection of the laws, which is from the 14th Amendment. Notice the quotation marks because it's taken from the Constitution. That's all the question is. And thankfully, and you'll probably never hear me say this, but from OIA.org, it's pretty much already written for you, and you can't really do it much better than they did it. So you may use that. Make sure you cite it and cite any research that you do outside or including these sites in MLA format. Okay, so that's 1 through 4. Those should be pretty easy to find. The next two parts are going to involve some reading and some attention. So reasoning and separate opinions. The reasoning is a summary of the majority opinion. So the court writes a majority opinion to go along with the decision. That includes their rationale. And then justices might write a concurrence or a dissent. So if there are any, which there are, concurrences and dissents for your case, you need to read each of those and summarize each of those in a paragraph. How do you find that? How do you get there? So back at OIA.org, you will see a brief description of the decision that was made. This is not what you're summarizing. This basically is a summary, an even shorter summary, just 1 paragraph. So certainly read that so you know exactly what the opinion is, but move on from there. And how you can find this out is you notice Warren, he voted with the majority. Okay, don't worry about him, he didn't write anything. Justice Black wrote the majority opinion, so jot his name down. Douglas wrote a special concurrence. Jot down his name. He just voted, wrote. So jot down Justice Stewart's name. He wrote a dissent. You're going to need to make sure you get his down. And he did not participate. He did not participate. So you've got 3 things you need to read and summarize. And you'll find those opinions right here where it says opinion. You'll click on that and it will take you here. And the formatting's not great. I wish this were bold, but it's not. But it is capitalized, or in uppercase. So Justice Black, this is the opinion. This opinion of the court is what you read and summarize for the reasoning, because it's the opinion. opinion of the court. It's their reasoning. So you will read through this. The margins are slim, so don't be too intimidated by all that's there. It also includes a lot of footnotes, but footnotes have helpful information, but they're somewhat optional. And if you're having trouble following the language that they're using, you can select the text and you can copy it, and then you can go to the site rewordify.com, and I've already put some text in there. You just paste it right into this box and you click on rewordify text, and it will change the words and even let you know what words that it changed. So this can be a helpful tool if you're having trouble understanding what they're saying. Another helpful tool to help you understand what they're saying, you can search around the internet. Even Wikipedia gives you a basis, right? It gives you a little bit of understanding, and it might help you understand the writing of Justice Black. This alone isn't going to help, or isn't going to give you all that you need, and certainly I have read the Wikipedia pages for all the cases, so I'll know if you're solely using Wikipedia and haven't actually read the opinion, because this isn't going to give you enough information on their rationale for what you need to do. And then, so once you've gone through and you've read his opinion, that's the reasoning, you're done with that, but you need the separate opinions. And again, it can be kind of hard to work through this site. So a handy way to go about doing this is press Control F, and then you'll have this come up, and I remember I wrote down Douglas, and there it is, Mr. Justice Douglas concurring. So I know exactly where that started. I need to read that. And then I remember Stewart, and I wrote this down. Stewart wrote a dissent, and there it is. That's where Stewart comes up. And since I already checked it on the previous page, I know those are all that I have. And so I'm set to go. And so the Stewart and Douglas, I would summarize each of those with one paragraph. And then I'd be set with that. Finally is the analysis part. This is where you kind of give your opinion on what was the impact, or what is the impact going to be of this decision on other cases like it. How can it be applied to other cases dealing with school prayer? Also, this is where you can kind of agree or disagree with the reasoning and logic behind the justice's decision. What does it say about the assumptions and values of the justices at that time, and does that still apply today? Does it still fit today? And again, what precedent does this case set for future cases related to this issue? So this is where you're analyzing all that you have summarized and read. And then of course you do need a works cited page. This is needed for grading. Proper MLA format. Some other hints, are provided there that you can read through on your own. And this is due Friday, April 28 at 11:59 p.m. If you hand it to me in school, you can obviously print it out and hand it to me. And if it's at 11:59 p.m., you should email it to me, not print it out at 11:59 p.m. and tell me, oh, it was done at 11:59 p.m. You just weren't there. So please let me know if you have any questions. Send me a message, email me, or if I'm around, certainly ask me in person. Thank you.